Good afternoon, fans. We're coming to you live from City Dock here in Annapolis, and what you're looking at in front of us is the Pride of Baltimore 2. So the ship is going to be here this weekend, all weekend long for the Maryland Day kickoff that starts today, and there's all kinds of free events, fun events, family events planned around the Annapolis area, and many of the historic sites around Anne Arundel County are also going to be participating in this. I'm just going to turn it here so we could try to get a better view. Sometimes Facebook lets us turn the camera when we're going live, and sometimes it doesn't. But you can see those tall masts up there, and the giant Maryland flag is flying high from the Pride of Baltimore 2 as she sits here at dock here in the city of Annapolis for the weekend. So a little bit of history about the ship for those of you who are not familiar. It's long and storied history here in Maryland and also in Baltimore. So originally this ship was commissioned in October of 1988. It is a replica of the original Pride of Baltimore, and that ship, the original Pride of Baltimore, was originally modeled after historic Baltimore clippers. Now, those were private vessels that were used due to their agility and ability to sail through the waters of the Chesapeake Bay at ease during the War of 1812. They were also particularly favored by the United States during that war due to their ability to outrun these larger British ships and vessels that were trying to come up through the Chesapeake Bay as they made their onslaught to Baltimore. So this boat was modeled after those Baltimore clippers, and as you can see, once her sails are unfurled, she is just magnificent. I have had the privilege of seeing her sail in the Chesapeake before. Obviously, the sails are rolled up today at this point because they are at port, but at some point this weekend when it leaves, you'll be able to see the Pride of Baltimore in all of its glory sailing here in the Chesapeake Bay from Annapolis. So there's lots of people that are coming down here to see the boat today. Lots of people checking it out. A lot of people going out on the harbor cruises today, and we've seen a lot of visitors from different areas that are coming here to check out not just the Pride of Baltimore, but all of the events that are going to be taking place this weekend again for the Maryland Day celebration. So sorry about that, folks. We'll let those sirens get by us. And honestly, I hope everyone can hear me. We do have a light breeze here, of course, at the city dock. Hopefully you're able to hear me well over the sirens, but it is a good day to come down here and to see the Pride of Baltimore too. It's a great day to visit Annapolis, frankly. The skies do look a little ominous up there, but again, just a very light breeze going at this time with very pleasant conditions. It was in the mid-60s when we got out of the car and came here to the city dock, so it is a pleasant day. Again, spring day, it's just gorgeous out here, and there's a lot of people that are coming out to take photographs and also just to see the ship. Again, it's very beautiful, and it's here in Annapolis all weekend long. You still have plenty of time to come down here and check it out at the city dock here in Annapolis. The boat will be here all weekend through Sunday as the city celebrates its Maryland Day celebration all weekend. Now, again, a little bit about the ship. The original Pride of Baltimore was lost at sea north of Puerto Rico back in 1986, and it was just devastating for all of you who can remember that. It was just a devastating loss for Marylanders and for the city of Baltimore, and the ship was greatly loved by many, many people who supported its operations, and of course, the boat does charters. And again, it's just something to see for kids and adults alike. So it's a very popular boat. But again, the original Pride of Baltimore was lost at sea during a storm just north of Puerto Rico back in 1986. And 2 years later, the Pride of Baltimore 2 was commissioned right in downtown Fells Point in Baltimore. And the Pride 2 has, since 1988, when it was commissioned, has called into port in over 200 cities and more than 40 countries. So that's a pretty impressive log and a trip log there. So again, we just wanted to give you folks a look at it as we're enjoying our visit to downtown Annapolis today. And you should definitely, if you haven't checked it out yet, you can go to Visit Annapolis. And there's other sites that give you all the rundown and the listing about the Maryland Day events. Hancock's Resolution's having a special event today. And a number of the other historic sites like historic London Town, and other places are all going to be holding very special events this weekend. Many of them have reduced admission prices or free admission to many of those events. Again, celebrating Maryland Day. When the settlers first came to Maryland and they came here, they stopped and then they left, and then they went down. They went down to their next location and began their settlements down there. But that's what the celebration of Maryland Day is. And again, I'm sure that there are others that are much more familiar with the entire celebration and historical aspects, but that's what's so great about this event. All of these historical sites and all of these other nonprofit organizations that are making these events possible through this weekend, they're all designed to educate you and the kids about all of these wonderful historical things that are associated with the state of Maryland and Annapolis, Baltimore, and things to do and see here. So again, check it out, Maryland Day events. We're coming to you from City Dock, where, as you can see, there's quite a few people that have been stopping by here to check out the Pride of Baltimore too, as she sits here at port in Annapolis for the weekend to celebrate the Maryland Day events. But just a beautiful sight. And again, the backdrop, that cloudy sky up there, it actually makes it better for looking at the ship today, because when we went out to see the Ever Forward, it was a little bit difficult to see out there just because of the sun glare out on the water. So this made it very easy for us, and it's giving you guys a great shot too. Hey, by the way, speaking of the Ever Forward, a little bird told us that people are tired of hearing about it. Well, so we thought we would give you something different today, and that's why we're here in Annapolis. So again, if you love what we do and you like our reports, send in the stars. We greatly appreciate it. We're trying to reach our goal, and we're about a quarter of the way there, actually just a little bit more than a quarter of the way over. So thank you for all of you who have been supporting us and sending in those stars. We love you very much, and we're also going to be continuing to tell you more with our notifier. And we have some other products in the works that we know you're going to love too, to bring you all the stories that you love to come to First Alert and Arundel News for. So again, coming to you for First Alert Nation here in the city of Annapolis. We're here at the City Dock for Arundel News and Arundel First Alert. I'm Holly Basta.